connection. Alright. I couldn't hear myself. I had turned my headphones down apparently. I think. Yeah. No. That. I'm trying to get. I wish I could see what I was doing. That's up. Alright. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. I'm so glad you liked it. Yay. I had to improvise with the heartbeat because I had completely forgot to film it that same night. I was like, I had it all scratchy from like breathing it all in. And then I had to change my clothes because I had hair sticking to me. But she looks so much better now. She's so cute. You can see her cute little face. Thank you, Indigenous. Thank you. Alrighty. Oh, that's so good. I hate bad headaches. It's just the worst when you feel nauseous. I can't stand it. And then the migraine medicine is like, works fast. And it's talking about like a half an hour. And I'm like, that's not fast, that's an eternity. When you have a bad headache like that, that's an eternity. Fast would be like a couple of minutes. My chair, sorry. Oh no. Oh, jeez. So I had the opportunity to go out of town with my husband tomorrow for the week. But because we're supposed to be getting a bunch of snow, I am staying home. Mainly because I don't want my son to have to stay here and drive 45 minutes to and from work every day on bad roads. So I'm staying here so he doesn't have to do that. I don't want him to be unsafe. And it's so cold in areas of Florida now that the manatees, which I think I've got a new love for them, but they're so cold. They're coming out of their homes and flocking into canals, shallow canals, in bunches to keep warm. And iguanas are falling out of trees. Makes me sad. Yeah, and manatees are just they're such gentle giants. And oh, I was watching them for hours, just watching these manatees, and every now and then one of them would stick their head out, and I'm like, oh, I love them. And people who are flocking around the canal watching them. Well, I understand that they're invasive, but they're still living creatures that are suffering. So it's, I get the whole invasive thing, but it's my little animal lover heart knowing that they're an animal that is suffering. And the thing is, a lot of the time they end up being an invasive species because people don't do what they're supposed to do if they don't want an animal anymore. They release it into the wild for it to, take care of itself, and they have to, try and take care of themselves, and then breeding occurs and all of that. But of course, the manatees caught my heart. They might be a new favorite animal at this point. The main danger of a manatee is not any other wildlife, any other marine life. It is humans. I mean, sharks and killer whales could be a predator to them, and crocodiles or alligators, but they rarely inhabit the same waters. So therefore, they're not a predator for the most part. Yeah. And I was able to see on some of the manatees' backs some scars, like big white scars on them, and apparently the scars are from boat propellers. Makes me sad. It's hot in this room again, man. You should have seen Lumi earlier today when the sun was out. The sun was stretched across the floor, but it stopped short of his tank, and he could see it. And he was trying so hard. He was like, I know it's there, and I want to sit in the sun. And it just wasn't reaching his tank, and he was not happy about it. He was not happy about it. He was like, I see it. I just can't reach it. something. I've thought about it for a while, and then I was like, anybody else where it's just like, looks like it's just spam following. Because it just keeps going and it's like taking up the entire, like, I can't see anything in the chat. I'm not mad. I'm just confused. One, supposedly somebody followed me, but it's telling me like more than 20 times that that person followed me. And it's still going. So-and-so followed the host, so-and-so followed the host, so-and-so. So it's either a TikTok glitch or it's a new trolling thing where somebody follows and unfollows, follows and unfollows, follows and unfollows, so that it just continuously shows up. Because it's like scrolling out my entire chat and that's all I see is so-and-so followed the host. And it's really irritating the crap out of me. Because the one, it's still going. And now somebody else is doing it. But it's not as bad as the other one. Yeah, because it's still going, like, you can't even read the chat at this point. I feel like it is a troll thing at this point. Because, oh Lord have mercy. It's still, yeah, it's still going, so hopefully it's not a real person, but it's getting blocked. It's not, I'm telling you, because we don't see it. What do you mean? Yeah, it's a TK11589 over and over again. Followed, 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 followed. And I can't see anything else. Yeah, it's just covering the, and now somebody else is doing it over to or something. Yeah, it's irritating the hell out of me. Yeah, it's covering the whole, it's scrolling everybody's comments right out of the chat and covering my entire chat. Yep. Now that they're blocked, I don't see it happening. It's gotta be a new trolling thing. Because it doesn't happen all the time. Yeah, for you it's at the bottom, but yeah. Creator will see, it'll just push everything out of the chat and take it all, the whole thing up. I mean, if it is a TikTok glitch, which I'm sorry for those people that wanted to follow, but good Lord have mercy. That one wouldn't stop. I swear it scrolled by about 50 times. Maybe they think we can't see when they follow and unfollow. I don't know. But Lord have mercy. Yeah, of course. Of course. You would be a perfect advertisement because you have received the product. Thank you. Thank you, Nevaeh. I believe the cat wants into the room. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I'm getting a warm fuzzy because I'm so glad you liked it. I was so concerned. I was like, what if I send it and it's not really what she had in mind? And I should still be here. I should still be here by the time you're done. And of course, when I was getting ready to film it, Kaylee, the cat was outside the door, meow, 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 and I'm like, shut up. She doesn't want to hear that. Dreamer, I use Wizio instead of Cameo. Cameo never got back to me, so I was like, screw them. I'm using a different app. So Wizio basically is the same thing where you order the personalized video. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I waited for weeks and I was like, you lose. be a place where you can order personalized videos from your favorite creators, but Cameo wouldn't get back to me when I tried to sign up, so I went to Wizio, which is the same thing, just a different site. Shut up. I was like, plus I wanted the lighting. I thought if I do it during the day, it's gonna be broad daylight and the mood lighting isn't there. So I was like, I have to do it when it's dark. Oh, thank you. I was a little worried about that too. I was like, should I use the color changing or what do I do? That's what I like about my ring light, is it color changes. For instance, there's the cat. There we go. There's a color changing one. There's one that changes. Oops. Sorry, flashing lights. There we go. Some of them are really flashy, and since it's pointing right at my face, I'm like, no, even I can't do it. I could see her foot. She's sticking her foot under the door. Stop blowing air. She would be all up in the way. She would jump up on the table and knock things down, stick her butt in everybody's faces. About them thinking that we want to see their tushies. Lumi's sleeping, And before I came up here, I checked, and he was sleeping with a cricket was sitting on his head. I was like, Naomi, wake up. Your food is on your head. He doesn't care. It's just sitting on his head. He's like, I'm too tired, Mom. He can sleep there. I didn't. I should have. He was just laying up on top of his hide in the heat, all sprawled out, eyes shut, cricket on his head. I've never heard of an app that does that. They probably think if you're going to send likes, you're going to put the work in to do it. Yeah, you don't have to tap so much if you can't. Oh, that's how I felt when I was sick, when I got my booster and I wasn't feeling well. I was laying on the couch with a fever, body aches, chills. And the dog was like slapping me and wanting to play, and I'm like, read the room. I'm sick. She's like, I don't care, I want to play. I had to put her in her kennel so she'd leave me alone. See, at least I wish my dog would just push me with her nose. She takes her big fat paw and like hits me. And if I ignore that, then she'll jump on me. And she's 55 pounds. She's like, you will not ignore me. Right. I was like, I'm so sorry, Brindley, you have to go in your cage because I can't. I don't feel good. I'm not up to playing. Thank you. I feel like that's what she was saying to me, but I felt miserable. And Bella at least was reading the room. She was snuggling with me. Brindley was like, no time to be sick. Got stuff to do. Good night, Nevaeh. Oh, I got puppy eyes, but the puppy eyes are kind of hidden by the wax to the face. She smacks me or jumps on me. People probably think my husband abuses me because I get bruises all over my arms because she's jumping all over me all the time. She's like, you will not ignore me. It's their own amount of time. And then I had to redo it because I had it all planned out, and then I was like, damn it, I forgot the heartbeat. So I had to edit down the other ones a little bit more to fit the heartbeat in. It was funny. I'm so glad you liked it. sister's been there and I'm jealous. Hey furry friends, how are you? Hey Hannah, how are you? That sounds good. Oh my goodness. Oh, my favorite place I have visited. Usually I just visit family, but I went on a vacation one time when it had nothing to do with visiting family. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. And I went to Bermuda, and it was so nice. I want to go back. figure out where I put them. Thank you for the rose and the mirror and the perfume and the finger heart and whatever else went by. Thank you for all the gifts. open sesame. No habla español. Pluck, 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 pluck. We know what you said. Work on this. You do know what sussy means, right? Or sus. You do know what it means, right? Let me move this. Sorry, guys. There we go. Hello, Wiki. Hold on, one of them went out. my phone. I forgot to turn my notifications off. Just found out you can swipe to the left and see. Really? When I swipe, I just lose the comments. Well, oh my goodness. I didn't. Yeah, I can do that. You might have to do an update. Possibly. Alright, so we're gonna look for the bugs. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Bugs, 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 bugs. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Bugs, where are the bugs? Bugs, 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 bugs. Little bugs, little bugs. Right here, there's a little bug, little bug, little bug. I don't know if they did yesterday. Little bug, little bugs. I'm sorry. I had to pause to yawn. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Bugs, 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 bugs. Bugs, 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 bugs. Just little bugs, little bug. Bugs, 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 bugs. Bugs right here. bugs, 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 little bugs, little bugs, little bugs, little bugs, little bugs. There's one right there. There's one right there. Bugs, little bugs, 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 little bugs, 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 little bugs, bugs, bugs. What little bugs, little bugs, little bugs, little bugs, little bugs, right there, right there. And I think they're gone. I think they're gone. Any more little bugs in here? Any more bugs, bugs, bugs? Nope, they're all gone. They're all gone. Lice just makes me itch. A louse. What exactly is a louse? Is it a bird? For some reason, I think it's a bird. Don't tempt her. Kayla knows me. Is it? Now, don't get me wrong. I've had roly-polies as pets. I wouldn't mind getting some more. I had not your run-of-the-mill ones that you would see outside. I had zebra roly-polies. They were white with black stripes. I love them. I love them. I let them walk all over me. They have so many different varieties. You have cow roly-polies. Oh, see, I would like to have Dalmatians. There's also a rubber ducky ones. Some really cool colors. But the fancier they are, the more expensive they are. Oh yes, really? I didn't know they sold roly-polies at Repticons. I might have to check into that. I had gotten my zebras from a friend of mine who had different species of them, or different patterns of them, if you will. And since his colony was like exploding, he gave me some. He split them off and gave me some. Madagascar hissing cockroaches, 2 hermit crabs, a bearded dragon, a crawfish, and a 75-gallon fish tank with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fish. Roly-polies or potato bugs, or they're isopods. Is their more technical term is an isopod. But I called them roly-polies or potato bugs when I was growing up. You have an axolotl. We have a lady in here who has several babies right now of axolotls. I want to get one. Who is it? Who is it? What, you've got like what, 400 babies or something? Some crazy number. Oh, I was off. Double what I said. She spends a lot of time during my lives feeding them. Oh, yay, I can't wait to see the videos. I'm feeding them right now. How many times a day do you have to feed them? She heard axolotl and came running. Apparently, they have a lot of babies when they breed. So do you, for the babies, do you just put in enough that's going to last them 24 hours? Or, I mean, because you can't, like, if you've got a job, you kind of need to leave. Underground axolotl training. of these, they need cold water. She's just say the word. I'm gonna get one from her. You could get them from some pet stores. I know our pet store sold them, but I would trust a breeder over the pet store any day. I've seen how to culture vinegar eels, but and they look like they're easier to culture than brine shrimp, but I'm not sure. They're just so freaking cute. Little aliens. I know that the pet store that I work at sells black worms, so I'd be set there. Yeah, I am a big advocate on research first. It's a pet peeve of mine that someone gets a pet without knowing how to take care of it first. So limited petting. Like, when I worked at the pet store, oh my lord, it was really disheartening to see how many people came in not knowing anything about the kind of animals that they were buying. Like, I kid you not, this person bought a bunny, and then the cage they were gonna get for it was a hamster cage. I was like, you're not even serious right now. Even the hamster cage was not big enough for a hamster. I was like, you cannot put that bunny in that cage. Nope. I know. I was like, how are you serious right now? You can't. You can't. And then there'd be other people who'd be like, I've raised such and such an animal all my life. I know what I'm doing. And I'm like, you may have raised them all your life, but the way you're telling me you're keeping them, you're doing it wrong. Just because you've done it all your life doesn't mean you've been doing it right your whole life. You've been doing it wrong. this is what you should do, and then send them on their way. Yeah, I hope that because for the pet stores, it's about the money. And I'm like, you know what, for me, I was even recommending cages that we didn't sell. Like, send them somewhere else for an appropriate cage, because everything we had was too small. I'm like, for me, it's not about the money, it's about the proper care of this animal, and if we do not have the proper enclosures for this animal, I'm sending them somewhere else. Exactly. I see so much on Facebook, like, where people are looking for animals for, like, nothing. Like, to rescue an animal or to find a breeder. I want a dog. I don't care what breed. I don't care what size. And I'm like, you need to care. They all have different needs. They have different energy levels. They have different maintenance requirements. There's just, you have to care. That's how animals end up at the animal shelter, because people don't know what they're getting into. Like, there was literally this guy that came in and looked at the puppies, and he pointed at one of them, and he looked at me and he said, does this breed of dog poop a lot? I was like, what do you mean? It poops just as much as any other dog. I don't know. It poops. I wanted to say, do you poop a lot? Does this breed of human poop a lot? I was baffled. Yeah, I've rehomed rats before that I've rescued, and I would not give them to anybody without them showing me where they were gonna live, like what kind of enclosure they were gonna live in, if they were only getting one rat for me and it was gonna be the only rat. I didn't want to sell it. I was like, buy at least 2 unless you've already got another one. I'm looking for, and I needed to make sure, I wanted to see the enclosure because I wanted to make sure that they were serious, that this was going to be a pet and not food for a snake. Yeah, it gets expensive. Like, people say they want a dog for, when they're looking for animals on Facebook, for little to no cost. They want it for, if you can't buy this animal, then you can't afford this animal. You can't just get the animal for free and think that you're getting off scot-free. You may get the animal for free, but that animal is not free. In the long run, it's expensive. But if you can't handle a rehoming fee or a selling fee, then you can't afford to have that animal. Because it's just continuous costs. And it really irritates me because the older an animal gets, then there's more care. Because they're elderly, just like us, we get more health problems as we get older. No different from another animal. And it kills me when I look at the animal shelter website and I see 12-year-old dogs sitting in the animal shelter because their owners didn't want them anymore. They want a puppy, so they'll turn their old dog in and then they'll go and get a puppy. just found out that he's diabetic. So now he's on insulin every day. Excuse me. Exactly. And those dogs, or whatever it is, they love their families and they can't understand why they're being dropped off. All you gotta do is look at their eyes, and they're so confused and they're so scared, and it just kills me. Yeah. Oh, a diabetic monkey. Did I send you the video that I found of the monkey? It was a monkey in a zoo, but they did like a little magic trick in front of him. Did I send you that? I know I sent it to Kayla. Furry friends, I don't remember if I sent it to you or not. But it was so funny because that monkey was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to send it to you. It was so freaking funny. The way he reacted when he saw what was in their hand, and then they kind of went whoop and took it away. And it was like, it's gone. And he was like, oh. It was so funny, his reaction. Like his mind was blown. He couldn't understand. It's making me want to look at the website now to see what's in the animal shelter. The first thing I always do is look at the small animals because they take in other things other than dogs and cats. And I always, since I'm especially passionate about the small animals, because those are the ones that are more on a whim purchased, impulse bought, and then it's like, oh, I didn't know that they were this difficult to take care of or this time consuming, and they end up turning them into the shelter. So I usually look there before anywhere else. Let's see. Oh, I am definitely an animal lover. Definitely an animal lover. Let's see what we got here. Lately, there have been a ton of cats at the animal shelter here. And there still are. Right now, they have 12 dogs and 20 cats. And it looks like for small animals, they have 12. And oh my gosh, you guys, there's a rat. Okay, so they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rabbits. And they've got a hamster, a rat, another hamster, and 4 guinea pigs at our animal shelter right now. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. The little tiny dwarf hamster is Rosie. Here, you're gonna have to. I'm gonna show you. Look at her face. Okay, here's the rat. My heart. It's a female. My heart. I want her. Oh, I want her. I want her, I want her. Oh, my heart. My husband will kill me. Yes. Oh, that rat. You see, Irina's by herself. She would love it. The very, very first rat we had in this house was one we got from the shelter. My son got her. But she passed away. She was over 2 years old when she passed away. Oh, it was heartbreaking. She passed away a year ago. A year ago in November. I won't, but oh my gosh, I want her. Whenever I say I want to work at the shelter or volunteer at the shelter, my husband's like, absolutely not. You'll come home with something. As it was, I was always coming home with something when I worked at the pet store. That's how I ended up with everything that I have, because I worked at the pet store. The dogs and the cats are the only things that we had before I worked at the pet store. Everything else came after. I'm not obsessed. Basically, the only thing that stops me from getting more at this point is because of how much I travel, how much I'm not at home, because the next pet I would get is a bird, because I miss my bird. But since I'm gone so much, it wouldn't be a wise decision to get one right now, because I wouldn't be able to spend any time with it, or as much time with it as I should. That's the only reason why there's not another bird in this house. I miss my bird. Yes, and my husband actually says that's okay. I told him about you and that you had all these babies, and I was like, I'm getting one. He's like, okay. He knows how much I want one. Lumi was my wedding anniversary gift last year. He was like, I know it's not romantic, but, and I was like, yes it is. You know I've wanted one forever. Oh, cool. Or even like the fact that when I was sick, he came home with mini brands. I was like, or there was just one day I was like, you know what? We haven't had Kraft macaroni and cheese in forever. I'm craving Kraft macaroni and cheese, but we didn't have any. After work, he'd gone to the store, and he came home with a 5-pack of Kraft macaroni and cheese. I was like, I said, you do love me. He was like, if I knew it was this easy to please you, I would. I'm like, you've answered the call. Hey, Nick. Aw, that's so cute. The mollies that she have, are they like white with black spots, like black speckled? Those are pretty. I did a fish tank for my husband too, 1 year. And he's upgraded since then because it was a smaller fish tank. It was like a 20-gallon, I think, with little fish in it. But he's upgraded since, and we have a 75 now, and that's what he takes care of. White with black spots, yeah, those are pretty. And they're live bearers if they breed. They don't lay eggs, they just give birth to tiny babies. It's really cute. One did birth. Relax, 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 relax. Relax, 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 relax. like, we better hope she doesn't get herself pregnant. Like, she's going on these little escapades. So since she kept getting out, I took her and I brought her in with my blind one and kept them together. And then I ended up with COVID. And I'm laying in bed. I'm like feeling awful. And I woke up one morning and I can hear this sound. And I'm like, what is going on? I look and Arena has given birth to 9 babies. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? She's had 9 babies. She did get herself knocked up. Problem was, she was only 4 months old. So, as young as she was not a good mom. They all died because she wouldn't feed them, and I was not in a good enough place being sick with COVID to feed 9 little babies. I felt so bad that they all passed away, but I just couldn't do it. Yeah, she was not taking care of them at all. And at first I was like, maybe it's because she can't find them. But I got a container and I put all 9 because they were scattered all over the cage. I put them in the container and she would literally go to the container and take them out. So it's not like she couldn't find them. I was like, the little turd. She's like, I don't want these things. I don't know what to do with these. I'm just a child myself. I felt so bad. Because I was like, this is the wrong time for you to have had babies, because I would have totally been feeding them. I would have totally supplemented, but I was so sick. Ew. That's gross. Ew. But the mouse was in the bag with the hay. Like you bought it with, there was ew. Is that what you're saying? Ew. Oh, that's gross. Yuck. That's nasty. I actually get my hay from Tractor Supply for my rabbit, and when I had guinea pigs in that too, because it's a lot cheaper. So I go to Tractor Supply and I get the Timothy hay. It's in a compressed bale. It's a 50-pound compressed bale, and it lasts for months because once it's uncompressed, it just expands. And that's $22 for all of that, as opposed to getting the little bags from the pet store that they're done in a week. I would get the big bag for my bunny for a week. And I'm like, this is stupid. It's so expensive. 50-pound bale at Tractor Supply lasts months. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Speaking of my rabbit, I can hear him. He's having a wild time in the next room. Yeah, definitely been hearing about the cold weather in Florida. Those poor manatees and iguanas. That's smart. Yeah. I saw a live stream on TikTok earlier today with a girl that was recording in this canal where the manatees were just like piling up and trying to stay warm. Poor little babies. right now, I guess. This is a liquid hourglass. Some places will call it a bubble timer, but when I looked it up, it was a liquid hourglass. That lasts like 10 seconds. Hey, Catatrax, how are you? Just finished your live. Yeah, I'm getting ready to stop as well. It's almost 2:30. I need some sleep. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's good, at least. My baby never slept in. He was like, and of course I was like, sleep when the baby sleeps. During the day, if he has a nap, take a nap. But it seemed like every time I didn't take a nap, he'd sleep for 3-4 hours. But if I was like, you know what, I'm gonna lay down while he's sleeping, half an hour, and he'd wake up. I'm like, are you kidding me? I was like, this is a cruel joke. Yeah. for their 5-year-old. They brought him back because they said she never gets to see him. He sleeps all day and he doesn't get up until she's in bed. And I'm like, I could have told you that was going to happen. Hamsters are nocturnal. They sleep during the day. All you gotta do is your research. It's also how I know rats are nocturnal. My ferret is nocturnal. My bunny, he's crepuscular, which means it's more like dawn and dusk when he's most active. Lumi is not nocturnal. He sleeps at night, awake during the day. My hermit crabs, they move around more at night than they do during the day. They're hiding most of the day. You know, it's not that hard to figure out when you do research, like what kind of animal you're getting and if it's going to be nocturnal or not. Dang ferret never slept. During the day when I go into the animal room, I never see Ivy. She's either, I have a towel down for her bedding. She just has a towel. And she usually is underneath it. She's either underneath it sleeping or she's in her hammock sleeping. In fact, I walked in there the day that my son came over. I walked in there to get her to clip her nails. And I opened the door and she didn't move. And I was like, please tell me that you're not dead. Because usually I'll open the door and she's like, oh, Mom's here. But she didn't move. And I'm like, I opened her cage. She didn't move. I'm like, oh dear Lord. She was just out. She was sleeping heavily. When I touched her, she was like, oh, hello. These other rabbits that I had, I remember sleeping in the living room one day, or one night, and the rabbits were in the living room. They were in an exercise pen, was their enclosure in the living room, and at night the cat would skulk around, and I'm sleeping, and all of a sudden I'm awakened by this loud noise. And it was the rabbit. It was one of the rabbits on high alert because the cat was skulking around. So there was a predator sneaking around the living room. And she was like ears up, looking around and like thumping on the floor. And I'm like, come on, I'm trying to sleep. But oh my gosh, she just kept like, there's something going on. Thump. She was warning of danger. There's danger. Something strange is afoot at the Circle K. a nap on the couch. She has to have her morning nap. But then these days, I'll have a morning nap too if I allow myself, because I listen to ASMR. I'm like, I just got up and I'm starting to get drowsy. I'm sad that this is the most viewers I've had all night. But it's 2:30 a.m. and I want to go to sleep. But I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will be back again